We appreciate you so much in diverse ways for supporting the quiz. We are deeply and truly grateful to you. Our sponsors include KNUST e-learning. For all our media and video coverages, we are grateful. Institute of Distance Learning, KNUST. We thank you so much for making our journey around the nation easy and pleasurable. The venues you provided to support the quiz are well appreciated. DEX Technologies. At DEX Technologies, we say practical science is now practical. Thank you for making the technology challenge round a reality, and you always make it very exciting and hands-on. Ghana Grid Company Limited, GridCo, provide reliable electricity grid for development. MTN Stakeholder Management, everywhere you go. Nestle Ghana Limited, good food, good life. Delta Eye Consult, your vision matters. Helimanuel Cakes and Catering Services, finger-licking dishes, and punctuality is our hallmark. We are also very grateful to our media partner, Kesbin TV. Thank you, Kesbin TV, our media partner, for partnering with us. Your engaging broadcast and committed to quality have significantly amplified our reach and impact. We deeply appreciate your dedicated support and collaboration. At this point, I will use the opportunity that I have to salute the heads of the various schools and the dedicated teachers and trainers who have spent time in preparing the contestants for this contest. Thank you so much, our dear heads and trainers of the various institutions. To our gallant students who are here representing your schools, you have been burning the midnight oil and getting your names registered in the competition. Thank you so much for your boldness, and we know that you are certainly going to make your schools proud. Now to our jubilant supporters, both in person and online. And here I will be quick to also mention that we have contestants for both the second contest and the third contest present. We have Secret Hearts, JHS, all the way from Sunyani joining, from Bono region. We have Angela Basic, KNUST Basic. They are even slated for the third quiz, but they are here. For the second quiz, we have Emmanuel Methodist JHS, Dahin Sahil JHS, and Elmina Methodist. Please give yourselves a thunderous round of applause. You have done so well. Thank you all so much for representing. My name is Professor Mrs. Linda Bacha-Debra, and I'm from the Department of Clinical Microbiology, School of Medical Sciences, KNUST. Today, I will be your quiz moderator. Please, let us remind ourselves that this Junior Science and Math Quiz program is tailor-made for learners in the junior high schools to enable them exhibit their understanding of the basic principles underlying life and physical sciences. It is expected to promote teamwork and critical thinking right from the early stages of life. I'm sure all contesting schools have prepared very well and they are poised. And we are really looking forward to a very exciting quiz this morning. So who are the contesting schools for this morning? We have St. Peter's RCJHS from Tema. Please, let's give them a round of applause. for representing. We also have QUAINOO Memorial School from Kumasi here. A round of applause for them too. And we have Police Basic School from Cape Coast. Let's give them a round of applause as well. Thank you all so much. Now let's see those who are representing the various schools that are competing. From St. Peter's JHS, the school is represented by
David Chikata
and
Bright Atapa.
Thank you very much. Give them a round of applause. Thank you. QUAINOO Memorial School is represented by
Bethany Mawinga.
You may have to speak a bit louder.
Bethany Mawinga.
Wonderful. And? Okay, good. Let's give them a round of applause. Now from Police Basic School, we have a representation in the name of? Good. And? Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you all very much. And contestants, I would like to please ask you to keep your microphones on till the end of the contest. You have been provided with buzzers, okay? All contestants, you have buzzers in front of you. Oh, okay. So I will need you to wait for instructions before you act, okay? Yes, we will test the buzzers, certainly. So now let's hear the sound of the buzzer from St. Peter's JHS. Good, I think we even heard it earlier. All right. Now from QUAINOO Memorial School, your buzzer. Wonderful. Police Basic School, your buzzer. Great. All buzzers are working, and so we are set to start. Are we good to start? Contestants, you will have to tell me if you are good to start. And if you are good to start, you would have to speak into your microphone. And what you have to tell me is what you want to be in future. Let me start with Vanessa from Police Basic.
Neurosurgeon.
Come again?
Neurosurgeon.
My dear, you may have to speak louder.
Neurosurgeon.
Neurosurgeon. Oh, wonderful. Please, clap for her. Great ambition. Wonderful. Emmanuel?
Medical doctor.
Medical doctor. Okay, great. Good. What about Michael Ajayi?
Medical doctor.
Medical doctor. Okay. Wonderful. And Bethany?
A medical doctor.
A medical doctor. Whoa. We have so many medical doctors in the room. Now let's go to David.
Legal practitioner.
Whoa, we have some lawyers in the room. Legal practitioner. We are safe. And then right?
Pharmacist.
Pharmacist. Wonderful. So we have heard the professions. These are professions, and they can all progress to be teachers if they want. And so we are happy to hear from them. Great. So this means we are ready for the contest, right? Oh, wonderful. Now, for this particular contest, we are going to have 5 rounds. 5 rounds. The first round will be the fundamentals. The second round will be the fastest brain, fastest finger round. The third round will be the science and technology challenge round. The fourth round, we're going to have decoding the clues. And then the fifth round is Global Nobel Prize Awards. Don't worry, contestants, I will be reading the instructions at the beginning of each round to you. Good. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start with round 1, which is the fundamentals. And this round consists of questions in the area of biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and ICT. If a school answers a question correctly, 3 points are awarded. If it is incorrectly answered, it becomes available as a bonus to the 2 other schools to compete for. The score for a bonus question is 1 point. Schools have 15 seconds to answer questions that do not require calculations and 50 seconds to answer questions that require calculations. Each school have a maximum of 2 attempts for their main question and 1 attempt for a bonus question. If bonus questions are open to the 2 other schools to compete for by ringing the buzzer. Failing to press the buzzer before answering the bonus question nullifies your answer. Thus, no point is awarded even if you are right. Best wishes to you. Sophia is choosing an element that will strongly pull electrons towards itself when performing a bond. She is deciding between oxygen, sulfur, and silicon.
Oxygen.
Oxygen is the correct answer. Nana QUAINOO, your question. Jordan is comparing fluorine, chlorine, and bromine to find the elements that will pull electrons most strongly in a bond.
Fluorine.
Fluorine is the correct answer. Please, basic school. During a lab experiment, Lime must choose an element that strongly attracts electrons in a bond. He is deciding between carbon, nitrogen, and beryllium.
Carbon.
That is not correct.
Nitrogen.
Okay, so I would not give the answer to you. What did you say?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen. Nitrogen is correct. Nitrogen is correct. Okay. Question 2. It's also a preamble to all schools. Identify the type of cell and give the reason behind it. Nana QUAINOO. A scientist finds a cell that contains ribosomes, mitochondria, and a nucleus. She wants to determine whether the cell is prokaryotic or eukaryotic.
So the cell is eukaryotic.
Come again?
The cell is eukaryotic.
That is not the answer. That is wrong. Because the options are just 2, either prokaryotic or eukaryotic, I cannot pass it. All right. So I'll go to the next question. Police basic. Police basic school. A teacher shows students a cell diagram containing lysosomes, Golgi bodies, and rough endoplasmic reticulum. The teacher wants to determine whether the cell is prokaryotic or eukaryotic.
Eukaryotic. Eukaryotic cell because it has rough endoplasmic reticulum.
You may have your second attempt for the full mark. Otherwise, I will give you 1 point because you are supposed to mention it and then explain.
Magnetic card reader.
Another attempt.
So the device is a scanner.
Come again.
Scanner.
I'll give you 1 point. It's a biometric scanner. Okay, we needed to qualify the scanners that we have. Question 4. It's a preamble to all schools as well. 2 resistors are connected in parallel across a 15-volt supply. R1 color code orange, red, gold. R2 color code brown, green, red, gold. Now, St. Peter's, your question. Find the resistance of each one.
The first one is 32 ohms, and the second one is 1,500 ohms.
The first one is
32 ohms, and the second one is 1,500 ohms.
okay. So the answers will have to be 2, and 1 was correct, so 1.5 points. The first one is 3,300 ohms. 3,300, not 38. Okay. Question 4. QUAINOO Memorial School. Find the current in each branch.
So the current in the first branch is 220 amps, and in the second branch is 100 amps.
Come again.
The current in the first branch is 200 amps, and the current in the second one is
No, your time is up. St. Peter's RC.
The second one is 0.01 ohms, 8 amperes, and the first one is approximately 0.004 ohms.
That is correct for a bonus. Police Basic School. Calculate the power dissipated by each resistor.
The first one is 22500 joule. 12501.
So your time is up, and that is not correct. It's up for a bonus. St. Peter's RC.
The second one is 1,500 watts, and the first one is 0.0000594 watts.
That is not correct. So the first one is 0.0682 watts, and the second one is 0.15 watts. I think you nearly got the second one, but you mixed it up with the zeros. Question 5. It's a preamble to all schools. A cuboid storage box has dimensions square root of 18 meters, comma, 2 square roots of 2 meters, comma, and square root of 50 meters. Okay, now Nana QUAINOO, your question. Find the length of the space diagonal.
So the length of the diagonal side is root of 26 meters.
That is not correct.
The length of the diagonal side is 4 roots 3 meters.
That is not correct. St. Peter's RC.
5 root 2 meters.
That is not correct. Okay. So what did we expect? 2 root 19. 2 root 19. Now for basic school, your question, find the total surface area.
(120√6 meters).
That is not correct. Another attempt. Up, St. Peter's.
124 meters square.
That is correct for a bonus. Now, St. Peter's, your main question. If the cuboid is doubled in all dimensions, find the new space diagonal.
(16 root 19).
That is not correct. Another attempt.
4 root 19.
One has to speak. 1.
4 root 19.
That is correct. Question 6. The following questions are statements. So you are to state whether they are true or false. The questions cannot be passed on as bonuses. Please, Basic, we will start with you. The print function is used to display output to the screen. True or false?
True.
Yeah, true. You have to speak with confidence. St. Peter's, the input function always returns data as a string. True or false?
False.
That is not correct. It is true. Nana QUAINOO Memorial School, Python uses curly braces to define loops and conditionals. True or false?
False.
False is correct. St. Peter's RCJHS. A molar mass of an element is always numerically equal to its atomic mass in grams per mole. True or false?
True.
True is correct. Nana QUAINOO Memorial School. 1 mole of oxygen atoms contains twice as many atoms as 1 mole of oxygen molecules. True or false?
True.
True is correct. Please, Basic School. 1 mole of any substance contains 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 particles. True or false?
False.
No, that is true. That's the Avogadro's number, so it's incorrect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of round 1, and let's give our contestants a great round of applause. Yes. Thank you very much, our dear audience, for applauding our contestants. And we would again say thank you to KNUST e-learning for all our media and video coverages. We are so grateful. KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, we say thank you for making our journey around the nation easy and pleasurable. Your venues provided are well appreciated. DEX Technologies, at DEX Technologies, we say practical science is now practical. Thank you for making our technology challenge round a reality. And you always make it very exciting and hands-on. We are so appreciative of Ghana Grid Company Limited that provides reliable electricity grid for development. We also are grateful to MTN Stakeholders Management. Everywhere you go, you find MTN. Nestle Ghana Limited, good food, good life. Delta Eye Consult, your vision matters to us. Heli Manuel Cakes and Catering Services, providing finger-licking dishes and punctuality is our hallmark. We are also very grateful to Kesbin TV, our media partner, for partnering with us. Your engaging broadcast and commitment to quality have significantly amplified our reach and impact. We deeply appreciate your dedicated support and collaboration. Thank you all so much. So we have the scores for our first contest. And at the end of the contest, we have St. Peter's, this is in no particular order actually. St. Peter's RCJHS Tema, accruing 18.5 points. Please let's give them a big round of applause. They have done well. QUAINOO Memorial School also accrued 10 points. Let's give them a round of applause. They have done so well. And Police Basic School Cape Coast has also accrued 10 points. Let's give them a big round of applause. All schools have done so well. Thank you very much. We will then proceed to our second round, round 2. This is the fastest brain, fastest finger round. So for the fastest brain, fastest finger round, one question will be read out, and contestants will compete to be the first to answer. Each question carries a score of 4 points. When a contestant is ready to respond, they should press the buzzer before they attempt to answer. Answering before pressing the buzzer will disqualify the school from the question. After the buzzer is pressed, the contestant must answer in 3 seconds. If a school gets the question wrong, the 2 remaining schools get to compete to answer. Each school would have a maximum of 1 attempt to answer the question. The wrong answer, contestants, please pay attention here. A wrong answer in this round attracts a penalty of 1 point. So best wishes to you all. Now, question 1. Are you ready? Ready? Tell me you are ready. St. Peter's?
Yes, please. We are ready.
QUAINOO?
Yes, please.
And Police Basic?
We are ready.
Great. So we are all ready. Now, the first question. The aromatic compound with 6 carbon atoms in St. Peter's?
Benzene.
Benzene is correct. Next question. What is the phenomenon responsible for the formation of rainbow? St. Peter's?
Dispersion of light.
Dispersion is correct. Next question. The series of organisms through which energy flow is called QUAINOO.
Food chain.
Food chain is correct. Our next question. What is the phenomenon where one allele marks another? St. Peter's?
Dominance.
Dominance is correct. Our next question. The elements with the highest first ionization energy, please basic.
Hydrogen.
That is not correct. I need to complete the statement. The element with the highest first ionization energy in period 2. St. Peter's?
Lithium.
That is not correct. Time is up. Our next question. That is neon. Neon. Our next question. What is a reusable block of code? St. Peter's.
A function.
A function is correct. Our next question. A projectile reaches maximum height h. What is the vertical velocity? St. Peter's?
0.
0 is correct. Our next question. Calculate the volume of a cylinder with radius r equal to 7 centimeters and height h equals to 10. St. Peter's.
1,540 centimeters cubed.
I was not even done with telling the height, but that is correct. Please let's have a commercial break, a short one. ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to our third round of the contest. But before we proceed, I would announce the scores. However, we have to be mindful that the program was sponsored by KNUST e-Learning, KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, DEX Technologies, Ghana Grid Company Limited, MTN Stakeholders Management, Nestle Ghana Limited, Diopter Eye Consults, Helimanuel Cakes and Catering Services, and Kesbin TV. We thank you so much, our sponsors, for coming on board to make our contest a reality. Now from round 2, I have the scores that I will announce to you. And these scores that I announce is actually in no particular order. I have St. Peter's RCJHS with 23 points. Nana QUAINOO Memorial School had 4 points. And Please Basic School had -1 point. So putting rounds 1 and 2 together, St. Peter's RC JHS had 41.5 points. Nana QUAINOO Memorial School had 14 points. And Police Basic School had 9 points. Now we'll move on to round 3, which is the Science and Technology Challenge round. And in this round, 1 question will be given to all schools. The question in this round will require contestants to perform a task that will be assessed. The score for this round is 15 points. Contestants will be given up to 15 minutes to complete the task. And here we would want to say thank you to DEX Technology because round 3 is powered by the DEX Science Set. So you are, the preamble is to all of you for round 3. Okay. So you are going to be given items that you will use in the performance of your experiments. To you all, so you are all going to perform this. You are box has a length of no focal length. To use this length for your measurement, you must determine its focal length. And so here, you are to design an experiment to determine the focal length of the convex lens. And you are also to list step by step the procedure needed to achieve this task. Secondly, using the lens, a screen, the RGB light model, and the meter rule provided, determine the focal length of the convex lens. And then there's a related question where you have to give 2 real-world applications of a convex lens. So, our dear contestants, you have 15 minutes to perform the task, and your time starts now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are done with our third round, which is the Science and Technology Challenge round. And as we read earlier on, an experiment needed to be performed. And after the performance of the experiment, which is to determine the focal length of the convex lens, listing of step-by-step procedure was also required. And then we also needed to determine the focal length of the convex lens. The related question was to give two real-world applications. And so our contestants performed those activities. What did we want? We wanted them to have the screens, and they have the meter rule, they had their convex lenses, and then they also had a light source. So what they had to do was to place the RGB light model at the end, one end of the setup, to act as a light source, and then position the convex lens between the light source and that of the screen, and to move the lens back and forth until a sharp image is achieved on the screen. A sharp image of the RGB model appears on the screen. And then at that point, they had to measure the distance between the lens and the screen, and that would be the focal length. Then we needed to do the measurements of the focal length using the object distance and then the image distance in that calculation. They also then further had to mention two applications. And here we expected them, among others, to mention magnifying glass, cameras, projectors, microscopes, telescopes, eyeglasses, and so on. So binoculars and all. So that is what we needed our contestants to do. So the marks that we allocated is such that if you are able to perform the experiment, which I went round to look, you would be having, the experiment is 4 points. And then if you are able to list the steps, so there are steps, so one after the other. If you are able to list them well, 5 in all, you get 5 points. And if you are able to calculate the focal length correctly, you get 2 points. And if you are able to mention the applications, then you get 4 points. 2 applications, two points per application, which makes it 4 points. So what did our contestants do? I would start with Nana QUAINOO. They brought their sheets. And so I will start with them. And I went around to see their experiments, and I saw that they have placed the screen, the meter rule was there, they had the convex lens, and then the light source was being thrown, trying to adjust to see whether they will see the light on the screen. So the experiment was rightly performed, and so there I'll give them the maximum point of 4. You won't clap for them. They have done well. Okay. So the next was the steps. For the steps, there were some mix-ups and some incomplete statements. And so out of 5 points, they got 2 out of 5. And then they needed to follow up with their applications, which they mentioned the projector and dispersion of light, and that is correct. So they got the full 4 points from there. So putting the points together, Nana QUAINOO had 10 out of the 15 points. Now, please, basic. As I went round to observe the experiment, yes, Police Basic had their screen, they had their tape measure, and they had the lens and also the light source. However, the positioning was not rightly done, and so there wasn't any image that was observed on the screen. And so, therefore, out of a maximum of 4 points, I'll give them 2 out of 4. The focal length that had to be, the steps that has to be enumerated. There were some statements that were made. However, they were unable to tell the exact steps that were involved. And so here I would give them 1 out of the 5. With regards to the calculation of the focal length, they got values that are not the values that were expected. And so they got no mark for that. For the application, they rightly mentioned the use of cameras and microscopes, and they even went further to say telescopes, which is very correct. And so there they got the maximum point of 4. So putting the marks together, Nana QUAINOO had, Police Basic School, had a maximum of 7 points. St. Peter's RC Basic School. Yes, so I went around looking, and for St. Peter's RC Basic School, I saw that they had their screen, they had their meter rule, they have rightly positioned their light source and the convex mirror, and they had a screen on the screen, they had a light source on the screen, and they were trying to adjust for the correct focal length calculation. And so I give them the full 4 points for the experiment. And I can also see that when it comes to the step-by-step listing of the procedure, they have listed all the steps correctly. So I give them 5 out of 5. With the calculation of the focal length, I have a value that is not expected. However, I can see that they have written the formulas and they have the correct steps. They mixed up with the numbers. And so out of 2, I'll give them 1. With regards to the real-life application, they mentioned that lenses are used for mirrors in cars, rear mirrors, and for magnifying glass, which is also correct. And so I'll give them 4. So for St. Peter's Basic School, out of the 15 points, they got 14 out of 15. So For round 3, I will go over the marks once more. Nana QUAINOO had 10 points. Police Basic School had 7 points. And St. Peter's School, St. Peter's RCJHS had 14 points. Thank you very much. And as you clap your hands and appreciate your contestants, know that this quiz is sponsored by KNUST e-learning, KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, DEX Technologies, Ghana Grid Company Limited, Gridco, MTN Stakeholders Management, Nestle Ghana Limited, and Kesben TV. We thank you all for coming on board, and we are also very grateful to our contestants and our supporters. So when we put the marks together for rounds 1, 2, and 3, we have St. Peter's RCJHS with 55.5 points. Nana QUAINOO Memorial School, 24 points. And Police Basic School with 16 points. Congratulations to you all, you have done well. We'll move on to our next round, which is round 4. Round 4 is decoding the clues. In this round, a question will be read out as series of clues. If the question is answered on the first clue, 6 points are awarded. If the question is answered on the second clue, 5 points are awarded. On the third clue, 4 points are awarded. And on the fourth or any other indication, 3 points are awarded. Contestants are to press the buzzer before attempting to answer the question. If you fail to press the buzzer before answering, you are disqualified from that question, and the answer you give will be nullified, even if it is correct. So are we ready to start? We have 4 sets of clues here, so we can start with set 1. Okay. I am a comparison between quantities that are meaningless without each other, yet together they reveal how swiftly the world's motion unfolds. When the very same path is finished in a shorter stretch of time, my value rises even though nothing about the traveler. Nana QUAINOO.
Speed.
Speed is correct. On clue 2. Clue 2. Nana QUAINOO got the correct answer on clue 2. Now set 2. I am a silent assistant in processes, helping transformation that would otherwise crawl along far more slowly. St. Peter's.
A catalyst.
On clue 1, St. Peter's got it. The last but one set. I am called upon when one wants to make communication safe, even when it travels across paths where eavesdroppers may lurk. Nana QUAINOO.
Encryption.
On clue 1. Nana QUAINOO. Now the last set. You will find me woven through landscapes and everyday materials. A common pale substance that forms cliffs, shells, and the dust beneath our feet, even though I rarely announce my presence with a scent. At first, I seem stubbornly undisturbed by water left to soak. I hardly change, yet I show a very different temperament when an acid approaches, bubbling away in lively effervescence. In texture, I often appear as a fine white powder or a more solid stone-like mass, and I've been... Nana QUAINOO.
Sodium hydroxide.
That is not correct. I would go on clue 3 again. I didn't finish. In texture, I often appear as a fine white powdered or a more solid stone-like mass, and I've been ground, quarried, and shaped by humans for centuries to build, smooth, and whiten. Living creatures depend on forms of me to make strong skeletons and protective interiors. Tiny marine architects and growing bones alive. St. Peter's?
Calcium.
That is not correct. I would move on. I didn't finish with clue 4, so I would go over. Living creatures spend on forms of me to make strong skeletons and protective interiors. Tiny marine architects and growing bones alike borrow my material for hardening their structures. Builders and artisans prize me in many guises: chalks for marks, limestone and marble for facades, and a key ingredient in mortars and cements that bind bricks into walls. Chemically, I unite a familiar metal with 3-atom anion that releases carbon dioxide when acid meets me. Chemists and geologists alike call me by the formula CaCO3. Yes, police basic.
Calcium carbonate.
Calcium carbonate. Yes. So we are done with round 4. We are done with round 4. And ladies and gentlemen, I will need you to give them a very big and thunderous round of applause. They have done extremely well. They have made the contest very, very exciting. Thank you so, so much. We have our last round, which is round 5. But before we go, let's hear the scores for round 4. So for round 4, St. Peter's RCJHS had 6 points. Clap for them, please. Nana QUAINOO Memorial School had 11 points. And Place Basic School had 3 points. We would go to our round 5, and then I'll put the marks together. Before we do so, we have some substitutions. Nana QUAINOO Memorial School, we have Inshraba coming in for Bethmi, and Daniela coming in for Emmanuel for Place Basic. Also for Nana QUAINOO, we had Matthew coming in for Michael and Richard coming in for Vanessa. you here? If you are here, let me hear a sound from you. Okay, you follow it up with a clap. Just give yourselves a clap to show you are here. Wonderful. Thank you all very much. We are on our last round, which is round 5. And for round 5, we have substitutes that we will be happy to hear their voices. And so from Police Basic School, let's hear the names of those who have just joined us. Another one.
Richard Abroka.
A bit louder.
Richard Abroka.
Great. And then?
Daniela Akins.
Wonderful. Clap for them. Welcome. We are happy to have you. And from QUAINOO we have?
Matuem Sajunia.
A bit louder.
Matuem Sajunia.
Okay, and?
Inshrabe Educhimkwedu.
Yes. Clap for them as well. Yes. Contestants, I will need you to speak very loud. And so if you don't speak loud, then I might not hear some of the responses you give. And that is what happened in the round 1 with QUAINOO when they needed to answer the question whether the question given was prokaryotic or eukaryotic. And they mentioned eukaryotic. Because I could not hear them correctly, I didn't give it to them. So from the videos, yes, they got the answer correct, and so 1 mark will be added to their points. So round 5, are you ready? St. Peter's, are you ready?
Yes, please.
Yes. QUAINOO?
Yes.
Good. Police Basic?
Yes, please.
Okay, speak louder, okay? Here we have 3 sets of questions in this round. And each set has a main question and 2 sub-questions. So schools will compete to be the first to ring their buzzer. The first school to ring its buzzer will be allowed to answer the first question, okay? And if the school answers the question correctly, they will have the right to answer the subsequent questions. The main question will be passed on for a full mark if it is incorrectly answered by the school that rings the buzzer first. Subsequent questions in this round will be passed on as a bonus if it is incorrectly answered. Bonus questions would be competed for by pressing the buzzer. And here, 3 points are awarded for answering the main question correctly and 1 point each for the sub-questions. The points will be awarded for question answers as a bonus question in this round. When any of the competing schools is able to answer the question, is unable to answer the question ends. Are we clear? When any of the competing schools is not able to answer the question ends. So, we will start. Let's check if our buzzers are working. St. Peter's. Okay, QUAINOO. Okay, and all right. Now question 1. Marie and Pierre Curie. St. Peter's.
1903.
That is not correct. QUAINOO.
The research on radiation phenomena.
That is not correct. Police Basic. Police Basic.
They won it in 19...
Daniela, you may have to raise your voice very high.
They won it in 1911 in chemistry for finding polonium and radium.
Yes. I know that if you had all waited for the question, you would have been able to answer. I haven't asked the question yet. So the question ends. I did not even ask what the question was. Okay, I mean, just for curiosity, the question would have been, what is radioactivity? So you see, you would have been able to answer. Yeah, anyway, we are working with time, so now, question 2. Question 2. As Svante Arrhenius developed the theory that explains how salt dissolves in water, what is his key insight? St. Peter's.
The electrolytic dissociation of ions in water.
Yes, I'll give to you. And so you have the chance to answer the next question. What happens to salt crystals when they dissolve in water?
When salt crystals dissolve in water, the salt is soluble in water, therefore it forms a solution with the water. A solution or a homogeneous mixture is formed.
That is not the answer I'm expecting. Police basic.
It forms a homogeneous salt solution.
That is not the answer. QUAINOO?
The salt vanished from the water.
No, the salt will not vanish. It will stay there. So that is not the answer. What I expected you to say that the salt will break apart into separate positive and negative ions. And it will be moving in the water. Okay? Okay, so we end our question. Now question 3. Question 3. Ramon R. Cajal and Golgi discovered the structure of the nervous system. What is the basic unit of the nervous system? St. Peter's?
The neuron.
The neurons, correct. Now you have the chance to continue. Name 2 main parts that make up the basic units.
Axon and dendrite.
That is correct. The next question. How did their discovery change our understanding of the brain?
It stated that the neurons are the functional units of the nervous system. So any signal that, before a signal reaches the brain, it will be the neuron that will transmit it to the brain. And when through impulses, and when the brain wants to execute something, transmits it through the neuron as well.
No, I will not give it to you. It's up. Okay, the time is up. So our understanding, it showed that the nervous system is made of individual cells that communicate. So that is the fundamental understanding that enables modern neuroscience. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of round 5 and the end of the contest. Please, I will need you to remember that the quiz is organized by Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and supported by the College of Science and College of Engineering. So we are so grateful to all of you, including our sponsors, KNUST e-learning. We thank you for all our media and video coverages. We are so grateful to you. KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, thank you for making our journey around the nation easy and pleasurable. Your venues provided are well appreciated. DEX Technologies. At DEX Technologies, we say practical science is now practical. Thank you for making our technology challenge round a reality, and you always make it very exciting and hands-on. Ghana Grid Company Limited provide reliable electricity grid for development. MTN Stakeholders Management, everywhere you go. Nestle Ghana Limited, good food, good life. Diopter Eye Consult, your vision matters. Manual Cakes and Catering Services, finger licking dishes, and punctuality is our hallmark. We are also very grateful to Kesbin TV, our media partner, for partnering with us. Your engaging broadcast and commitment to quality have significantly amplified our reach and impact. We deeply appreciate your dedicated support and collaboration. We again are very, very grateful to our trainers, our teachers, our heads of institutions for the enormous inputs that you have made in getting our contestants to represent their schools. And to our contestants, we are so proud of you. You have done so well for coming this far. Nationals and quarterfinals is not a joke. So I would say well done to all of you for participating, for representing your schools. For our supporters, are you there? Yes. Supporters, are you there? Yes. Thank you, okay? Thank you so much. Those of you who are present and those who are online, we thank you so much. So all together, let's give ourselves a very big round of applause. Thank you, thank you. Great. So I would announce the scores for the contest. I would announce the scores for round 5. So round 5, we had St. Peter's RCJHS with 7 points. And QUAINOO Memorial School got 0 points. Police Basic School had 0 points. So if I put all the scores from the rounds together in an ascending order, I have Police Basic School Cape Coast with 19 points. QUAINOO Memorial School had 35 points. And St. Peter's RCJHS had 68.5 points. So at the end of the first contest of the quarterfinals, St. Peter's RCJHS have emerged the winner of the contest, and they are going to proceed to the next stage of the competition, which is the semi-final stage. Well done, gentlemen, and we look forward to see you even more zealously in the next contest. Thanks to every one of you. Thank you so much. For the QUAINOO and Police Basic School, we congratulate you once again, for you have done extremely well. You have made your school very, very proud. I know that next year when we see you, you are going to progress very, very far in the competition. So thanks to every one of you, and let's have our contest brought to an end. Thank you.